hold on, y'all. Even social media noticed. They said Diddy wanted. I hate when they ruin my rollout. They said lawyers rep. This is Justin Tinsley on Twitter, and he had a good point. Lawyers rep guilty people all the time, but this is different, especially involving the stakes and the profile of the case. Whatever the feds have Whatever the threats have is said to be damning beyond belief. They said Buddy repped bin Laden. He did represent Osama bin Laden and said enough is enough. He refused to represent Diddy. Now, again, this does not bode well for Mark Agnifilio. Mark Agnifilio, a lot of people have said he is just selling dreams to Diddy, but at this point, all Diddy should have is dreams and night.
Hey y'all, this is your girl Free, and welcome to my channel. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And today we are getting into a little bit of Diddy-ler news. So there was a guy called Justin Tinsley, and he had made a post saying that lawyers rep guilty people all the time. But this is different, especially involving the stakes and profile of the case. Whatever the feds has to be damning beyond belief. Buddy repped bin Laden and said enough is enough. Now, we also have the lovely Tisa Tells, and in this instance, she had backed Justin Tinsley in saying that he definitely represented Osama bin Laden, and I'm here to tell you that this is actually misinformation, and that is not true. Osama bin Laden never had a trial, so he never represented him. And I think that it's about time that people use their platforms wisely, and so I wanted just to share some information about this because I think that is one thing to make assumptions, but I think it's another to blatantly tell people lies just for the hype. And so I will be sharing some information actually about Anthony Ricco and how his involvement with Diddy and the reason why he actually stepped down. Check it out.
Counsel generally refers to legal advice or guidance, and it can also refer to a lawyer or attorney who provides that advice or represents someone in a legal case, while lawyer is a more formal term for the person providing legal services. Counsel can be used interchangeably to describe both the advice given and the lawyer providing it, especially in formal legal contexts. So yes, a counsel can be the same as a lawyer representing someone in a case. However, no, Anthony Ricco was not the lawyer who represented Osama bin Laden in 2001.
Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Ricco is a criminal defense attorney, but he is not associated with bin Laden's legal representation. In fact, bin Laden did not have any formal legal representation in the United States after the September 11, 2001 attacks. Bin Laden was considered a fugitive by the U.S. government, and his case was handled by military and intelligence agencies, not through a typical legal defense process. Legal counsel in such cases typically arises when a person is being prosecuted in a civilian court, which was not the case with bin Laden. Osama bin Laden was never formally represented by counsel in a U.S. court because he was not tried in a conventional criminal court. After the September 11, 2001 attacks, the U.S. government treated bin Laden as an enemy combatant, and he was targeted through military action, rather than through the U.S. judicial system. The U.S. government pursued bin Laden primarily through intelligence and military means.
Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. This, I believe, is one of the Navy SEALs that believed that he was the one that took out bin Laden. But bin Laden was killed by the U.S. SEALs on May 2nd, 2011. And I wanted just to share that because it still goes into the misinformation that's being said today. And I hope that you like this. So like, comment, share, and subscribe, and follow Divine and Sacred for more authentic news. Thank you.
Leading to a covert operation by Navy SEAL Team 6 that killed him in May 2011 in Pakistan. At the time of his death, bin Laden had not been formally tried in a U.S. court. The legal framework for dealing with individuals like bin Laden involved a combination of military operations and the use of tribunals, like the ones used at Guantanamo Bay. For terrorist suspects, bin Laden was seen as a leader of the terrorist group Al-Qaeda, and the U.S. government treated him as a combatant in the context of the war on terror. rather than as a criminal defendant in a civilian case. The link you provided points to a biography of Anthony L. Ricco, a prominent criminal defense lawyer. He is known for representing high-profile clients and for his work on various cases, including those related to civil rights. However, it's important to clarify that Ricco was not the lawyer for Osama bin Laden. Anthony Ricco has had notable involvement in several significant cases, but there is no record of him representing Osama bin Laden. Bin Laden, as mentioned, was not subject to a regular criminal trial in U.S. courts. His legal situation was treated under the framework of military and intelligence operations, not typical legal defense in a court.
Hey y'all, this is Barack's speech.
Then they found out the plane had been used in 1980 in the failed attempt to rescue the American hostages in Iran. Somebody thought it was a fitting piece of American history to carry the men to their secret meeting with the President of the United States.
The terrorist leader who struck our nation on 9/11 will never threaten America again.
So you heard it from the president himself, y'all. So what are y'all thoughts? Like, comment, share, and subscribe for more.
Anthony L. Ricco is not a federal agent, a Fed, but rather a private defense attorney who has represented individuals in both state and federal courts. Some notable cases he has been involved with include 1. Sean Bell case, 2006. Ricco represented the family of Sean Bell, an unarmed man who was killed by police officers in a shooting incident in New York City. This case drew national attention to issues of police brutality and the use of excessive force. 2. The case of the Central Park Five. Although not the primary attorney, Ricco was involved in efforts related to the Central Park Five, a group of young men wrongfully convicted of the assault and rape of a jogger in Central Park, New York. The case was later overturned, and the men were exonerated.
Shout out to Anthony Ricco for rest in peace, Sean Bell, and for the justice for the Central Park Five. Let's go.
While Ricco has represented clients in high-profile criminal cases, he is not employed by the federal government. His role is as a defense attorney, advocating for his clients' rights within the legal system.
So this is the end of the video, and I hope that you have all the information that you needed about this case. So once again, thank you for tuning in. This is your girl Freedom. Like, comment, share, and subscribe for more, especially when it comes to topics like this in the diddler. Peace.